Hey guys, and welcome back to both the finale of the Team Rainbow Rocket arc and also Pokemon Ultra Sun as a whole. Have you had fun, Helldragon?
Well, I mean, with all my complaints about Ultra Sun, and trust me, I will give you a prioritized list one of these days. Yeah, no, it was fun. I mean, I like shooting the shit about these games, just kind of talking trash. It's kind of good to go back to my last major game of my time with the group for that. So all in all, I had a good time.
Thank you. You could have just said no, and we could have had a bit of a banter-filled back and forth, but I appreciate you sparing my feelings for once.
Well, I mean, I would just want to be nice.
Oh no, he's wearing the really silly coat. I always hated that really silly cloak.
Yeah, I remember now the Ghetsis had, two different outfits. One of them was his normal outfit, then, in Black and White 2, he had, his crazy outfit, Sigma XX kind of outfit, so...
I'm gonna look up his thing. Oh yeah, he has, the black one. It's kind of muted in Black 2 and White 2. That's pretty nice.
My name is Ghetsis. I have a robe that looks like the top of a castle tower.
Well, actually, it's Ghetsis. Oh no, Ghetsis. We were both saying it wrong. Holy shit.
Get sis. What if I wanted to get bro?
Well, I'll get you some information instead. He was voiced by Dio in the dub of the anime.
Patrick Sates?
Yep.
Ah, I see. Not the superior Japanese Dio, but okay.
Oh, come on. It's hard to beat that guy. He could, do English for, the English dub, and he would still beat Patrick Sates.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, the big thing with Team Plasma was they wanted everyone to liberate their Pokemon under the guise of being, humanitarians, PETA, for lack of a better term. But it was all a ruse, because Ghetsis just wanted people to get rid of their Pokemon so he could take over.
I have to say, with what I know about Pokemon Black and White and Team Plasma and Ghetsis, I'll probably say it wrong, but I don't care. I always thought it was a good plan. I always thought he was actually kind of a good villain. I loved how he manipulated N to kind of do his shit for him, and he's just a fucking terrible person. So he's really great villain material. So I have to give him a lot of props.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what heroes do. We come in and we throw a spanner in the works. All right, I guess he's just going straight to the fighting.
Alright, good enough. Let's just kind of cut to the chase and get on with it.
Alright, I am going to bring up his Pokemon list, which, being Gen 5, has a lot of animated sprites in it. Scroll it down. Alright, Ultra Sun. He has Cofagrius, he has Buffalant, he has Bisharp, Hydreigon, and Zekrom. And if you play in Ultra Moon, he has Reshiram.
That fucking Hydreigon's coming back. I've heard horror stories about that thing.
Well, we'll deal with him when the time comes. I actually forgot what his first Pokemon was called, because I had a guide out, but it only listed, the name of the Pokemon, so I think I tried to go for, a ground counter, but I can't remember what the Pokemon I thought it was.
I remember, this is the guy who owned that one tent in Legit Park in Poke Park 2. For that guy was hilarious, man.
Why haven't they made a Poke Park 3 yet? Please, yield to my inane demands.
I thought it was because Poke Park 2 didn't sell enough.
I guess that might be a reason. It's a bit of a niche Pokemon title, let's be honest there.
Well, I wouldn't say it's niche, but you have to remember... Okay, well, it was on the Wii, and Wii's were selling pretty good at that point, because I know if it was on the Wii U, that shit would have been dead. Deader in the water than anything else, so...
I think it's because the first Pokepart was a bit bland, but fair dues, they really went above and beyond for, the second one.
Yeah, I mean, and we enjoyed that stream so much that if they ever make a third one, I definitely would like to check it out.
Yeah, Pokepark developers, if you're listening, please listen. Please turn AdBlock off.
I always wonder if that ever happens, where, developers are ever just randomly out of nowhere watching some random asshole's gameplay on the internet, and then they hear them call out, it's I hear you.
I've answered the call. Oh, there is Dennis.
I love that it kicked in when Hydreigon came in, because that's his ominous Dennis music.
Perfect. But to answer your question, I have had, I think it was the lead art director of Hat in Time pop into my stream.
Ah, yes, that's true. I remember you were talking about that on Twitter. I need to get back to Hat in Time. I like a Hat in Time. I just have not had the fucking time to play video games. I haven't, but I really need to get back to it.
We are doing a Hat in Time live playthrough later in the year. That's Tanner and myself, he of the Quick Look fame, so hopefully you've been enjoying our banter in those Quick Looks.
Oh, that's good.
The correct answer is, I haven't, Tom. I hate you. I hate you, and why would you just die?
Wow, that's going a little far for me. That would expend too much effort for me to make those kind of insults.
Yeah, I kind of winded myself getting all the words though.
I forgot about Buffalance, and now I unfortunately remember Buffalance.
Yep. Really should have done that. But, you know, in my defense, I wasn't expecting it to have a bug-type move.
I kind of wish its evolution, like it hasn't evolved form again, but the afro's bigger, and it starts leaning forward on its forearms, and it leans forward so much that its hindquarters kind of lift in the air, and it uses its back legs like other tiny arms.
Oh, so it turns into a Minotaur, basically.
Yeah, but it's got like a super bull crotch instead.
Or it could have an evolution called Afrovine.
What the fuck would that entail?
Afro and Bovine, come on now.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, I had to pick it apart for a little bit there.
No worries. We don't really have very good fire coverage right now, my own fault, because I put Cinder on extended timeout, but I got very lucky with high jump kick here. This is why Ghetsis was quite easy to me, because I've already taken out his friggin' ace and whatnot, and yeah, he's going to use Zekrom, which, as you can imagine, has electric type moves, but I have a ground type, so good luck getting any good moves off with that sucker.
This just kind of makes me wish that, you know, when you did that Nuzlocke a while back, probably meant Black and White, that we were able to do a Nuzlocke comic of that, because I actually wanted to write that. I was kind of looking for it. I had some ideas for that, but, oh well.
Effort, I suppose. I prefer Zekrom out of the two box art legendaries, by the way.
Zekrom's pretty good. I don't have too much of a problem with Reshiram. I think it kind of looks elegant. But the main appeal with Zekrom is his big electric turbine ass, which is just... It works. I can't say any bad things about it.
Oh, you know, I've asked all the other brothers. They cannot deny that Zekrom's got it going on in the Badunkadunk trunk region.
I kind of want to see now, like, legendaries, like 2 legendaries for a future Pokemon generation that are just, like, they're trying to hit at transformable robots. Just make me an Autobahn Decepticon. I don't know. I don't care how. Just kind of hint at one. That'd be really cool legendaries.
Well, isn't that already a thing with, oh, what's that Ghost and Ground motherfucker with, like, the plaster on his chest to cover his ghost boo-boo?
That's, Golurk.
That's the one.
Yeah, but Golurk doesn't turn into a car. This is the important part of the arrangement.
Oh, okay. See, it's the little things that I always skip over.
Not little. Car's like half of it.
It is exactly 50%.
There you go.
Zekrom, you're not winning this fight, mate. I've already made your master expend all of his healing items. This is all he has left. Hyper voice.
Zekrom.
Zekrom. Zekrom sucks. And they just like, it goes into like Battle of the Fates for no reason. Sorry, Duel of the Fates. God, what a fucking Star Wars pleb I am.
You can just do anything for that music. Zekrom lost it.
We are hacks. Yes, we are.
I can't believe it's my brand.
He's so shocked. Well, to be fair, you came to our world, not the other way around. You're the foreigner here.
That's true. I mean, you could have just really fucked up and teleported to a world full of super strong Dragon Ball Z people. You never know.
Yeah, he comes in just at the climax of the Tournament of Power.
Now, we could totally, like, have Decidueye, like, attack, because he's, like, my boy, and he could just, like, Leaf Blade the fuck out of him.
He has attacked the precious one.
Kill him! Destroy him!
I'm using a girl as a shield. Are you intimidated yet?
Well, my Decidueye can move like Mach speed, and you're fucking dead, kiddo.
Oh, but Ghetsis has a force field, +1, that you cannot impenetrate.
This is not a forum. I used to be on those, and at least I was vulnerable during those fights.
Lily is willing to take the L to save the world. Would you be willing to do that?
Well, I don't know. I'm about to eat my cake of rage, and we'll find out.
Throw your balls away. Do it now.
Just fucking throw him in the face. Fuck you. Here's a fucking Pokeball in your eye.
I refuse. Rohan.gif. By the way, if you don't select I refuse, you most likely game over there.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Whoa, fucking moving within the stopped time.
It teleports behind you, does a calculation, nothing personnel, kid.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to forget you.
With that big RPG dungeon staircase looking quiff you got going on there. Finally, we've reached the ultimate version of the quiff Hell Dragon. That's coming full circle.
Aren't we sure Kolrez is a bad guy?
Not in this universe, no. He pretty much was in Black and White too. I'm not sure if this is the same Kolrez, but yeah, this is a different one than the one Ghetsis knows. I'm stumbling on his name, I'm sorry.
Ah, yes, the Kolrez of this world. That guy again.
Yes, yes indeed. Oh my god!
What the fuck? He has Hakai as well.
Thus he went back to being a nobody.
No, I think you just killed him. I think he legit died.
He did do the Hakai hand motion, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's just fucking dead.
They kept that as Hakai in the dub, by the way. They didn't translate it to destroy.
Well, that's good. He's fucking dead, Lily. Wink.
I adjusted his dimensional channel and sent him back. That's like saying if I stab someone and killed them, I adjust their live stream.
Oh, it's the guns from Chex Quest where it'll teleport them back to their home dimension.
I can see the parachute. Ghetsis is gonna be fine.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Oh man, it's gonna take a lot of positive feelings and prayers to turn this castle back to its former glory.
It's gonna take a lot of fireworks to clean this up.
What's that from?
Simpsons.
Okay, of course it is. Alright, we're just gonna go in and kick Giovanni in the nads, and that will solve everything.
Yeah, how many times do we have to teach him this lesson, old man?
I love that, that's so great. Alright, the rather lackluster penultimate fight is down. How do you feel about Ghetsis and Team Plasma, mate?
Like I said, I always thought he was a really great villain for that. Here he seemed... I kind of wish he did more, because he seemed to me the most on point here.
Yeah.
For that, I think all the leaders should have been more like that. Yeah, but then again, it's a cheap, easy shot to go, well, Lily's in danger. What are you gonna do? For that kind of deal. And then have fucking Kolrez's fanfic, I don't know, character Hakai him to death. I don't even know.
Oh, here's something you might find interesting. Let's see, Sega Forever. Dynamite Heady is now available for free, but ad supported on iOS and Android.
Oh, that for ad support. That's the deal breaker. I'm sorry. I'd rather just buy it.
Yeah, Sega Ages, where you at, boy? Look at this shit. It's basically the same room, but Lucy means taking a nap on the floor, and also everything's red. Did you free the frozen Pokemon in here, or are they still part of the aesthetic?
Well. I can't log into the system because I don't have the password.
Oh my god, Jesus. It's just like Space Paranoids.
Wow, yeah, it is kind of like Space Paranoids when you think about it. It's fucking Tron.
Yeah, so I've been watching through Liam's streams, and I forgot how base Space Paranoids was in the second game.
You don't need to cover his face. We know it's Giovanni. You're only really playing this because you have the nostalgia for the past 20 years. We know it's Giovanni.
Oh my god, it's Giovanni! Yeah, this version of Giovanni is a real nasty motherfucker, because, spoilers, when he loses, he doesn't give up.
Oh no, I'm looking for it. That'll actually be interesting. I want to see what he does.
Oh, yeah. He used an Ultra Beast to make her sleep, and when he awakens, she will have a new tag next to her description saying Mind Break.
That's gonna be awkward when we adjust profiles on Facebook.
Yes it is. Yeah, so they came to this world on a whim, I guess. I'm not sure if they knew about it already, and they're going to use the Aether Foundation's technology to get Ultra Beasts and build a universe-conquering army.
Which is not a bad plan. Like, multi-dimensional technology with fucking space aliens. Okay. I mean, if you're gonna be comic book, you may as well go all the way, and that's not necessarily a bad plan.
Will you accept the devil's deal? No.
Sorry, you'll have to work a night shift. I refuse.
Rowan.gif times 2. Alright, here we go.
God, the guitars are just fucking shredding back there.
I know, yeah, I was gonna say that, yeah. This is pretty cool, because obviously there was no red and blue in his world, but it makes him nostalgic for some reason. And for the first time ever, get ready to hear Giovanni's theme. They gave him one finally, after 20 whole years.
Really? Let's hear it.
And so on.
That is Giovanni, yeah.
We will have to listen to it underneath our talkie and whatnot. So, alright mate, Team Rocket and Giovanni. I think we finally come to the big talkie session, so let her rip.
I just want him to have his Nidoking, and I want him to be a fucking shit-killing murder machine, because that's really that's really what I remember from a Giovanni fight I used to do back in the day. Just that Nidoking was always... Well, he didn't really give me trouble. I just always liked Nidoking. And I think the fighting with Giovanni kind of got me on that path of being the huge Nidoking fanboy I am, so I don't know.
Weirdly enough, Giovanni looks kind of skinny in the artwork for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but here he looks well fed. Not fat, but he's filled out for sure.
That's true. I mean, it's such a simple design, but really, they keep going back to Giovanni because he works. He's just the Mafia, he wants your money, and he's gonna get all the power. And he's Geese Howard. And you know, if I mention Geese Howard, hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. He was in Tekken recently. It's Geese. Come on, it's Geese Howard.
A villain doesn't have to be, like, super well developed for it to be compelling. They just have to be engaging, if that makes any sense. Like, you can have them just be an asshole to stir conflict, and then you can build on top of that, or you can just have them be in it for the money and like a straight mafioso.
Yeah, and really, it's a contrast between him and the other Pokemon villains, because you have to remember, you know, it started simple for that, but then as the games went on, they got more and more complex with their villains. You know, it's like they started having increasingly bonkers goals, and being increasingly weird and things like that. And done well, that's not necessarily bad. But what's great about Giovanni is that he's just so straightforward, so basic, but at the same time, he's effective. He's just a crime boss, but he's a really good crime boss. And again, it's the same reason why I compare him and like him compared to like Geese Howard. Same thing. Basic idea, but he's just a really effective, memorable crime boss. And that's probably why, you know, Giovanni has stood the test of time for so long as one of the core villains of the Pokemon franchise. It works. It just works.
I should have used slow-mo for this, because this is just a back and forth of us earthquaking each other for about 4 to 5 minutes. So let's talk about Team Rocket 2 in Gold and Silver. How did you feel having played the first game? You get to the sequel, and all of a sudden the enemy team is back, and it's a continuation of the first game's story.
Well, I mean, you know, I'll always have a huge appreciation for Gold and Silver, kind of playing off directly from the events of Pokemon Red and Blue, kind of doing its own thing, and again, having that separate region, you know, going back to Kanto for that. So, I mean, ultimately, obviously in this game, in Gold and Silver, you know, Giovanni wasn't there. So it didn't have as much of a strong focus as I felt it did in the original game. No real clear target to go after. But, I mean, they had some good schemes, you know, again, trying to still kind of get power, things like that. I actually really like, there's a section of that game where you team up with Lance, and you fight alongside him, kind of routing Team Rocket, and then ultimately Lance kind of, you know, gets involved with the Lake of Rage, you know, Red Gyarados for that. But it kind of peters out after a bit. You know, you do the Lake of Rage, and then Team Rocket is kind of done, and then Giovanni doesn't really like come back. Now, if he had came back like full form, that'd be fine. But obviously, at the end of the first game, you know, he kind of swore off of that. So I like Team Rocket better in the first generation. It wasn't bad in the second generation, but I always feel Pokemon's at its strongest when it does have that core team. And returning to that with Aqua and Magma, you know, that gave you a good focused goal to go towards that wasn't the Pokemon League. So it's good to have that kind of structure.
Giovanni actually was a returning character in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. He had a Nidoking, a Honchkrow, a Nidoqueen, and a Kangaskhan.
And I want to talk a little bit as well about Giovanni and other media, because we've mentioned before that, you know, I think in the anime now, because I know they changed the voice actor, he was always kind of played by, like, Ted Lewis. And Ted Lewis, during that whole 4Kids era, I don't know what it is about him, but he has done, like, all of my favorite characters from their dubbed anime. Giovanni, Yami Bakura, Bandit Keith, just like some of my favorite guys. And even better, in Pokemon Live, he's played by Darren Dunstan, who is Maximilian Pegasus in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Darren is fucking hammy in Pokemon Live. It's legit, it's amazing. So, I don't think you can fuck up Giovanni. Well, you probably can, now that I've said this. There's probably a good way to fuck up Giovanni, but again, it's just like, no matter what, he just is so appealing to me in, like, whatever media I see him in, so it's really great.
Alright, let's look up, like, voice actors and whatnot. In Origins, he was Jameson Price, and I think he did a decent job in that special.
I agree. I like Jameson Price. So, I mean, he's not my favorite Giovanni, but he didn't do bad.
And in Generations, the series of shorts, of which Lance taken on the Lake of Rage and stuff like that, he was voiced by Richard Epcar.
Yeah, Richard Epcar, yeah. Oh, there's Nidoking, my boy, thank you.
Oh, yes.
Richard Epcar, never really a huge fan of him. I'd have to go back and review that performance, but I probably won't like it.
Yeah, I think it was fine. As you said, let's see. from episode 15 to Advanced Generation 132, Ted Lewis. Hang on, is Ted Lewis back as Giovanni?
I believe he is, yeah. And you also have to remember sometimes they will probably use different names to represent the same voice actor to get around union shit for that, because they are freelancers. But I believe for a while he was not voiced by Ted Lewis, but I believe he is back now as Giovanni.
From the second season onwards, he is usually credited as Ed Paul.
Yeah, so they do have a variety of different names. I think there was like one voice actor who mentioned that one of his fake names was a good friend of his, wink wink. So
that's amazing.
That's pretty good. But yeah, Ted Lewis has been consistent in Giovanni. I believe Ted Lewis also played really early on James, before Eric Stewart kind of take over the role for the most of it.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest, I prefer Eric Stewart, just because he's just great as James and Bro.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, like, say what you will about 4Kids. I mean, I've mentioned this before. They gave these guys work, and a lot of, even if the scripts weren't great, the voice performances often were, even with the lines they're working with. Lots of memorable fucking voice actors in cast. Like, I'll always love Veronica Taylor as Ash. The new person, she tries her best, she's not Ash. That's just me. I'm not trying to be harsh to her. It just doesn't work for me.
Well, at least it's not Mastermind of the Mirage Pokemon First Go-Around Edition, you know?
Yeah, that's for sure. Ugh.
The dub that was so bad, they had to redo it.
Oh my god, and we all know how Tom feels about retakes.
Oh yeah, fuck him. Yeah, I'm not actually into retakes, I'm just very OCD, okay? Alright, so Giovanni has 2 Pokemon left. He's got the Queen here. All Pokemon are queens. If she evolves, she a fought.
I don't know what that's from, so we're gonna go with that.
Okay, so yeah, he's got Nidoqueen, and depending on the version you're playing, he actually has a different final Pokemon. Yeah, in the version we're playing, he has Mewtwo, which can evolve into Mega Mewtwo X, I believe, which is the fighting psychic one. And then you have, like, the Majin Buu looking one in Ultra Moon, Mega Mewtwo Y.
Ah, I see. Well, I mean, that makes sense. I always preferred Mega Mewtwo X more for that, because that really kind of struck me as a Dragon Ball Z type of villain. I've actually seen a mod for Dragon Ball FighterZ where they replaced Frieza with Mewtwo, which was pretty funny.
That's pretty great. I'm just going to go over his teams in, actually, the Black and White 2 Pokemon World Tournament. I knew he was in there, and Tom was correct. Okay, so you can fight him twice. There's the Kanto Leaders Tournament, in which he has Rhyperior, Golem, Nidoking, Marowak, Sandslash, and Nidoqueen, which is a pretty good lineup, I'm not gonna lie. But then you have the Type Expert / World Leaders Tournament. He has Rhyperior, Garchomp, Nidoking, Gliscor, Crocodile, and Hippowdon. Yeah, see, that's why I like Giovanni as well, because ground type, one unexpected type to have, like, the final gym leader have. You know, it could have been Dragon. It could have very easily been Dragon, but they saved that for the Elite Four.
I think it fits really well if you know Giovanni's character. Of course, Mewtwo is obviously the exception here, but considering their history together, it makes sense. It needs to be Mewtwo.
It's kind of ironic that Gary was the one to use a Nidoking in the anime, but I don't think I've ever seen Giovanni use one there.
Yeah, which is sad, because Nidoking is my boy, as we all know.
Oh, here we go. Booyah!
I guess everybody's got to go Turbo. Let's all go Ultra Instinct. I mean, we got our starter on point. Let's fucking rock and roll.
Have you noticed what he does when he orders a Pokemon to attack? He just clicks his fingers.
Well, that's pretty good, yeah. And of course, the flinch kind of got us, so now we can't really counterattack with him.
Yeah, this is going to be... it's going to go down to the wire. Let's put it that way. This was the first take, thankfully, because I didn't want to have to redo it and spoil the mood. But it's going to go down to the wire. Let's put it that way.
Well, those are always the best kind of final battles. I mean, it was the same way when I fought Kukui, you know? Struggling so hard to kind of beat his guys. And since we are talking about climactic final battles,
okay, one last time,
to recall
since we're here,
another one. Just
Jesus.
the mere threat of that's gonna be my trump card going forward. Don't make me tell the struggle story. I'll be good.
Oh, jeez. Alright, at least Echo Knight is prepped and ready to go. And I do have a Ghost-type Z-Stone on there. Okay, I guess he kicked on the ground shook. That's a pretty powerful Pokemon you got there, Giovanni.
Yeah, I saw Mewtwo's leg, kind of like, yeah. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, it's stretched out way too weird.
Oh, Char, I'm sorry, you're a sacrificial humanoid bird at this point, because there's no way you're beating this one.
It would not feel the same unless, our starter defeated Mewtwo.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you do a kick motion and then the ground shake, but you can't program in a headbutt?
He just kind of stands there with his arms folded. Boink.
I am going to put everything we have into this final attack. Our hopes, our love for our Pokemon that are not named like Cinder or Bloops, and this is it, the final showdown.
Let's fucking party, boys!
No flinch? Yes!
It's over!
Get ready for the true, never-ending nightmare. We're going to flush him out of Alola. He's going to go back to Kanto with his Pokeballs between his legs.
Just summon a giant toilet. The never-ending nightmare!
Be lost to the darkness!
I kind of wish you hit him with his Z, the Decidueye Z move. But hey, you know what? Cannot argue with results.
My final Pokemon, a sliver of health left, and I didn't flinch, and I killed him in one go. I think that's a satisfying conclusion to the Ultra Sun playthrough.
I highly agree.
You win some, you lose some.
I'm okay with this. It's fun, yeah, it's cool.
Inside, he is writhing. Like, I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all. I'm actually livid.
Just a little bit absolutely livid.
Yep.
Are you gonna give up again as easily as you did in the first generation?
You didn't win. You didn't win. You can have Aether Paradise back. I already got what I wanted.
Soon we will execute the Zero Pokemon plan.
And like Pokemon just start disappearing from different dimensions. That would be pretty cool, actually.
I think that dimensions are eating each other, guys. You wanna get out of here?
No, it's cool. I'm taking back my aesthetic.
Wow, he's really just like, whatever.
Maybe we'll meet again. Maybe. Well, they brought back the frozen Pokemon, so that's nice.
Well, hey, everything's back to normal.
I think those two guys Guzma was putting, like, in a lock, passed out, so he thought, I better get out of here before the police show up.
Well, I imagine they disappeared as well, along with Giovanni.
Yeah, there may be a little bit of screen stutter here, mostly because I was like 40 minutes into recording, I didn't want to have to redo it, but it's very minor. I probably shouldn't have even pointed it out.
Chorus. You're talking to people. Just, dude, save it.
He's managing 5 Habbo Hotel accounts simultaneously. He hasn't got time to stop pressing buttons.
He literally fuels like one company's profits. He's that much of a whale. Lucimi, are you dead? Just move her a little bit, just nudge her.
It's okay, the Master Emerald Shard is gonna revive her. I don't know what that is before you ask, it's just always there. Madam Prez, you're awake. So we got a happy ending. How did you feel about the Team Rainbow Rocket arc overall, Helldragon?
I mean, a lot of it was just kind of, battling nostalgic characters for that. Not too much in the ways of story for that. I guess it's a nice little throwback again. Should have been DLC, but you know my views on that already, so not bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I actually quite enjoyed it. Like, I think this is better than Delta episode, which I think was a bit up its own arse, to be quite frank with y'all.
Alright, I'm legit gonna break Fava's legs. Like, no, there's no joke. We're not kidding. I'm fucking doing it. I'm breaking your damn legs.
Well, I'm sorry, but the protagonist seems happy, so nothing bad is going to happen to him.
Oh, yes, of course. Nothing absolutely happened, even though all of it's been recorded on the serial equipment.
Oh, Jesus.
No, we're not interrupting. No, I'm gonna tell you everything that exactly happened. I'm gonna get your ass fired, and you are gonna go be dead.
Well, firing him would just give him an excuse, I love Guzma's face, to go work at a different company. Oh no, his fate is much, much worse.
Janitorial duties.
Well, maybe.
I still think we should break his legs.
Lucimi don't care, she got a company to run.
Can I break his legs? I'll do it for free. You don't even have to pay me.
You'll need the Aether Foundation's technology to transport into that dimension. Also, we get 55 nuggets for winning.
Really?
Yep, Giovanni was just keeping them around to fund his experiments.
Damn.
I think you just got them for solving the Ultra Beast thing in the base game, so this makes more sense, I guess.
He's relegated to Amazon delivery man.
Oh, even worse. He is now intern father.
Oh my god, he's poop scooping all the time.
There you go, there's that stutter. Oh, you couldn't believe it.
Although this is probably the best punishment. Hit him right in the ego.
Yep, very much so, mate. So yeah, I think this is a good end for our playthrough. Overall, Ultra Sun was a mixed bag, but with, like, the end game and Rainbow Rocket, it did bump it up, like, a full point for me, but I think if you, like, had already played Sun, you won't get that much out of this. However, if you hadn't played Sun, you could pick either or and still have a good time.
And you know my opinions about it, of course. Ultimately, I felt a lot of this should have been DLC anyway, and I wouldn't have as much of the complaints I did about this game if I hadn't already played Pokemon Sun and gotten really attached to that. So not the worst Pokemon game in the entire world, but really kind of unnecessary at the end of the day.
So yeah, I think overall I'm going to place Gen 7... I'm going to place it third, still. It's going to be Generation 2, then 3, then 7.
It is on my list somewhere. I'd have to, like, legit sit down. I don't have long to comprise one right now.
That's fair, mate. No worries. Thank you again for agreeing to come back and do this, because we did promise it, but you didn't have to come back and do it, so I appreciate that.
It's absolutely no problem. I'm glad to have come.
Okay, wish you'd phrased that better, but I was so happy I came.
I think I know exactly how I phrased it, Tom.
Oh, Jesus. So I guess everything's all happy and sappy in the world of Alola. Look, the moon's out, everything is... Giovanni, what are you doing here?
Waiting for my mom to pick me up. Don't tell him.
No, he left his coat in there, so he's just waiting for the time to sneak in and take it. See, he's not done. He's just gonna go around like, is Gen 8 gonna have Rainbow Rocket in it? I would love that.
Oh my god, he's got fucking dimensional hopping powers. That's fucked up, man.
It's D4C Pokemon style, and on that amazing note, I've been Neon64.
And I've been THD.
See you next time for another Hellfire Comms playthrough. End.